Hello, my dear friends, welcome to my channel. I hope that you all are enjoying in learning and programming with me. So, friends, in this particular video, we will going to discuss about one of the very important concept that we use in almost all the real world application. So, friends, as we all know that in any application, there is always a need to iterate through the list of objects. And why we iterate through the list of objects? To perform various operations, right? So today in this video we will see that what are the various methods available to iterate through the list of objects and which is the best method which we can use in terms of performance. So friends, if you are a programmer, then you must have used something which is known as for loop, right? So a simple for loop is one method by the help of which we can iterate through the list of objects. But when it comes to performance, then we don't use these methods nowadays. If we are not using for loop, then what are the other options available to us? So the first and the foremost one is the for each loop, which is available for collections, and the other methods by the help of which we can iterate through the list of objects is by using streams. So under stream we will be discussing about two methods. First one is a sequential stream and second one is parallel stream. So by the end of this video you will be having a clear understanding that which method you should use to iterate through the list to improve the performance of your application. So before discussing about the program, let us first discuss about the concepts of sequential stream and parallel stream. So my dear friends, by the help of this diagram, I will try to explain you about the difference between sequential stream and parallel stream, and we will also see that how these streams are working. So currently I am taking an example of a system which is having 4 cores. So if we talk about sequential stream, then it always operates in a single core. Whereas if we talk about parallel stream, then it makes the best advantage of multi-core system. In sequential stream, at a time only one iteration run, and once it will complete, then only second iteration will start. Whereas in case of parallel stream, at a time multiple iterations are running, so once the resources is available or the core is free, then it will start the execution of next iteration. So it gives us a clear understanding that parallel stream is running multiple iterations at same time. So when it comes to performance, then parallel stream is having much better performance in comparison to sequential stream. So friends, you must be thinking that when we can use sequential stream and when we can use parallel stream. So if there is a requirement that we have to maintain the order of our execution, then we can use sequential stream. Whereas if execution order is not important, then in that case we can use parallel stream. So friends, let us discuss one use case. So suppose we have to send an email to around 10,000 users. Then how we can send it? You can use sequential stream, but in that case it will first send the mail to one user, then only it will send the mail to another user. But as we all know that if you're sending a mail to 10,000 users, then you need to take care of performance as well, right? So in that case you can use a parallel stream because it is clear that while sending a mail, order is not important. Then we can simply go with parallel stream, which will help us to improve the performance of our application. Now let us discuss about some of the more differences between sequential and parallel stream. So if we talk about sequential stream, we have already discussed that it runs only in a single core of our system or computer, and in case of parallel stream it makes the best advantage of multi-core system. Now at this point we have already discussed that when it comes to performance, then parallel stream is having a high performance in comparison to sequential stream. And why it is happening? Because at a time multiple iterations are happening. Now next one is order. So if we have to maintain an order, then we can go with sequential stream, whereas parallel stream don't guarantee the execution order. So if we don't care about an execution order, then we can go with parallel stream. Now let us discuss about our next difference. I think this one we have already discussed, that is in case of sequential stream, At a time, only single iteration is happening. Whereas in case of parallel stream, multiple iterations are simultaneously happening in different available cores. And also one more point related to iteration, that is each iteration wait for the first one to finish and then only the next iteration will start. Whereas in case of parallel stream, it will wait only if our core or the resource is not available, and once the core is available, then our next iteration will start. Now let us try to understand about the different iteration techniques by the help of program. And by the end of this video, we will be having a clear understanding that which iteration technique we can use to have the maximum performance. So in this statement, what I am doing, I am creating a list of integers with 10 million items. So here this is an static method, and here I am using a simple for loop to add the items to our list. So in this program, we will try to find the sum of 10 million numbers by iterating through the list of integers using different techniques. So here I have simply defined some of the variables to store the sum for different techniques. The first one is for each loop, then for sequential stream, and third one is for parallel stream. Now here let us first see about our for each loop. So before starting our iteration, here I am calculating the start time, and after completion of our for each loop, here we are having an end time. So by using this start time and end time, we can find that how much execution time the particular iteration has taken. So this is our for each loop. So here we are having a number list, and here we are accessing each item of our number list. And in this statement, we are calculating the sum of each number item. And after execution of these statements, we are printing the sum of for each loop, and here I am calculating the execution time in millisecond, and here we are printing the execution time. So by the help of this, we will be able to determine the performance of each iteration. So this is about our for each loop. Now let us discuss about our sequential stream. So here I am first logging the start time before starting of our iteration, and here you can see that in this particular statement we are using a sequential stream to iterate to the list of 10 million items. So this is my number list, and here I have used an stream method to get sequential stream, and here we are using an for each loop to iterate through the list of our sequential stream, and here we are calculating the sum of our each item by using functional reference method. So this add is a static method which is present inside a long adder class, and we are using this long adder class to find the sum. So this is about our sequential stream, and then we are logging the end time, and here we are printing the sum for our sequential stream, and then in this statement we are calculating the execution time for our sequential stream. So this is how we can simply use the sequential stream in Java. Now let us discuss about the next one, that is parallel stream. So here before starting our parallel stream, I am first logging the start time, and in this particular statement first I am getting the parallel stream for our number list, and then by using an for each method we are trying to find the sum of each item for our parallel stream. And here we are logging the end time for our parallel stream, and then we are finding the execution time which is taken for iterating to the list of 10 million items by parallel stream method. So friends, now let us run our program, and then we will see that how much time each method has taken. So I am running our program first, and let us see that how much time each iteration is taking. So first thing, you can see that the sum which we have calculated for 10 million items is equal in all three different cases. Now the most important thing, that is the execution time taken by each iteration. So if we talk about for each loop, then it has taken 623 millisecond. Now in case of sequential stream, it has taken 235 millisecond, which is much better in comparison to time taken by for each loop. Now if we see the parallel stream, then here you can see that it has just taken 87 millisecond, which is much better in comparison to sequential stream and for each method. So now I hope that you are able to understand that which method you can use to get the best performance for iterating through the list of items. And one thing you should keep in mind, that if order is important, then you should go with sequential stream, and if execution order is not important, then you must use parallel stream to improve the performance of your application. And my dear friends, if you feel that the content of this tutorial is helpful for you and you are enjoying in learning and programming with me, then do like, comment and subscribe my channel and click the bell icon to get the latest updates.